Hi, everyone. Welcome to Friday night's edition of Tony's Take. I know it's been a while. We have not had a negotiations session until today. December 4th was us back at the table. So a couple things happened today. One, we've been having lots of conversation about healthcare, and the administration has decided to rescind their healthcare concessions proposal in order to get open enrollment up and running. So you probably know open enrollment is up and running, and our healthcare contributions for the faculty remains the same as it is currently. Flip side of that is that they then increased our concessions for wages. So they gave us a new proposal with greater cuts than what was talked about this summer for 1 year, temporary as well, and then snapping back to current wages for years after that. That being said, there really aren't any years after that because they only want a 1.5 year contract. So they basically want the concession for the life for the term of the contract as they're proposing it. We still want a 2.5 or 3.5 year contract. We feel like it would be really against our best interest to have to negotiate again only a year and a half from now. So we're working hard to see if they'll move on that. And they've indicated that even though they only want the 1.5 years, that's not completely set in stone. So there may be a possibility of movement there. There's a bunch of subcommittee work that we think over the next week or so, we may be able to hammer out and get some tentative agreements on. If we do, I'm sure we will post them and we'll let you know about that. These were essentially on things that we really didn't have a philosophical disagreement about, that we were able to work on a subcommittee and clarify language on some different items. I don't even want to get into it because it'll cause more questions than I'll be able to give you answers, but be looking for that over the next couple of weeks. I think we are going to try to put up the proposal and counter proposal, ours and their side today, of some of the financial concessions that they're proposing on this round and some of what we're proposing. So I don't know exactly when we're going to get those up, but that's certainly the intention. I'm sure there'll be an email about that. They would like mediation to really focus on Articles 15 and 29. I think the university sees those articles as the ones that we are most discrepant on, and we probably agree with that. Those are the articles that we are furthest apart, but we also would like our mediation sessions to go over finances as well, or the compensation component of the CBA. So mediation is going to be on the 16th and 17th. We have 2 full days, half days, 8 to 1:30, I think, with our mediators. So we're hoping for a lot of progress there. We're actually not meeting again until the 14th. So we have a significant amount of time to work on some things behind the scenes with subcommittees. All right, I was saving this one for the last because this was probably the thing we talked about most today. One of the things that we've been working on as a chapter, as a negotiating team, is figuring out how to make summer pay more equitable between the ranks and between tenure track, and NTTs. Right now, if you are familiar with the contract, you see that there's a 6-tier system of pay, with professors getting paid the most per credit hour and assistant professors of practice or instruction getting paid the least. And there's a lot of universities that don't do this, that have a flat rate or some sort of truncated tier system. So what the chapter proposed was a 3-tier system where the rank of both tenure and non-tenure track would be the same. Let me try to say that again. So full professors and full professors of practice would get paid the same. Associate professors and associate professors of practice would get paid the same. Assistant professors and assistant professors of practice or instruction would get paid the same. As a way to, really highlight that when we're teaching, when it's just fundamentally teaching extra hours, whether that's over the summer, even on overload, we're really doing the same job, or at least that's our feeling. So we're trying to bridge those gaps between tenure and non-tenure track. We were also trying to bridge the gaps between the ranks. So, making the gap between associate professor and full professor less in terms of pay over the summer or for overload. When they gave us their counter proposal today, they actually recommended that we go to a flat rate. Past, the full professors have had a difficult time getting summer classes because they're paid so much more. And so most summer classes go to, financially, who gets paid the least. So the assistant professors of practice, other professors of practice or instruction, and the assistant professors or maybe associates, but very rarely the full professors. So, we were thinking maybe a flat rate would help with that. People could teach the classes they want to teach in the summer. So when the university came back with that, we really wanted to think about it. Now, as it stands right now, it's a pretty substantial pay cut for full professors. So we're working to kind of increase that. And honestly, I personally think we should go back to the tier system, the 3-tier system, where there's no pay cuts for any level. There's only raises to lessen that gap. But we did get this proposal from the university for the one-size-fits-all payment in the summer. And we will talk with our negotiating team together as we caucus. I can't believe I used that word. I promised I wouldn't. I'm tired. It's Friday night. I've really got to go get a life. So we're going to talk amongst ourselves, and we all obviously have to talk with the executive committee, and would like to hear from you. We're hoping to get some information from you. I know you're sick of the surveys. We heard that loud and clear. We just don't know how else to get you guys to tell us what you need and what you're willing to do. And one of the questions will be, how has summer teaching been for you? Are you able to get classes? Are you being paid what you think you should be paid for classes? And we're trying to work through that issue. So that was probably the most substantive thing of the day. Like I said, we're going to do some behind the scenes work with subcommittees on some of the non-financial, less controversial articles and sections, and we'll get you that information soon. So I think I've definitely gotten more gray hair. I don't know if it's negotiating or if it's COVID or if it's finals or who knows what, but please be taking care of yourselves. At the end of the day, we all fight for the same team. So whoever's watching this, just be safe. And I will talk to you again as soon as I have an update. Ciao.